going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to all the visionaries, man. I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Make sure you start off by hitting that like button. Let's hit that like button, family. Let's start off by hitting that like button. Hit that like button. After you hit the like button, share the show. Share the show. Share it on your community tab, your Discord servers, anywhere that you share content. Make sure you share today's show. We're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Much love. Salute. And of course, we're back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And of course, I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. And I appreciate all the love and the support. Let me get over here to the chat room and shout you guys out. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button and share today's show. Also, all donations has to be via Super Chat, y'all. As I stated yesterday on yesterday's show, my Cash App has been hacked. Do not send any Cash App donations. Send everything through the Super Chat, y'all, until I rectify the situation with Cash App. And then I will provide y'all with the new Cash App. But until then, all donations, just hit the Super Chat, y'all. I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to Sweets19. What's going on? Shout out to you. She said, I'm at work watching from the clouds. I'm here listening. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Shout out to Miss Letitia in the building. Much love to you, mamas. Always coming through, showing support. Hey, what's up, M. Mills? Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to Miss Garnetta Brown. She said, ready for today's vision. Oh, yeah, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. What's up, Bronze Dip? Good to see you, sweetheart. Amber Franklin, what's going on, Amber? Shout out to my man, Astral Atmosphere in the building. Shout out to Astral Atmosphere. Yeah, I got you, Astral. I got you, bro. I got you. Shout out to Astral Atmosphere, man. Salute. Shout out to the OG Mace in the building. Salute, OG. I appreciate your support, man, as always. As always, man, I appreciate you. Shout out to Juan G. Salute, fam. Shout out to the villains. Hey, Miss Angie. Good to see you, love. Shout out to Miss Angie in the building. As always, coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to you, Miss Angie. Good to see you, lovely. Lovely peace. It's always good to see you, lovely. Shango Zulu in the building. Salute, fam. Salute. Junior Ali. Salute, fam. What's going on, brother? Peace to you, man. Peace to you. If y'all in the chat, y'all make sure y'all answer the poll, man. Do me a favor and answer the poll. Answer today's poll. Is Roe versus Wade a win or a loss for black people? Answer the poll for me. Hey, Zaire. Good to see you, sweetheart. We're going to get into it today, y'all. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. So hit the like button, hit the share button. As I said, no Cash App donations, everything via Super Chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all see today's show. Roe versus Wade is not our business. Roe versus Wade is not our business. Mind the business that pays you. Mind the business that pays you. Now, what do I mean by this? Sweet says, I voted yes. You voted why? Oh, you voted why? Okay. Here's the problem. The problem is Our people are what? Destroyed due to the lack of knowledge. The knowledge of what? The knowledge of oneself. The knowledge of oneself. See, as I said on yesterday's show, as we can see, it's going back to the pro-black conversation. It's coming back around to what is black people going to do as a group? Not as men, not as women. What are black people going to do? Sweet says, I think it's good. I think we forgot who we are. See, because that is how the devil can initially destroy you. This is how black people got destroyed. The lack or the loss of knowledge of oneself, who we are. We've lost that. Charles Ramsey, salute. We've lost that, especially black men. Because if black men understood who they were, we wouldn't be sitting around here worried about bullshit. What's up, DC? Good to see you, sweetheart. We wouldn't be sitting here worried about bullshit. We would not be sitting here worried about things that don't pay us. And when I say pay us, I don't just mean in a monetary way. I don't just mean in a monetary way. Black people have learned to worry about everyone else. We have learned to be concerned with everyone else's business, what everyone else is supposed to be doing, who everyone else is fucking. We worried about the politics of everyone else. But our own. Why we're not talking about the politics dealing with black people? Why are we focused on if the white woman can have kids or not? Why are we worried about contraceptives and all of this bullshit? Black women ain't never had no problem having kids. As a group, let me ask you something, ladies. Do black women as a group have a problem having children? Hey, Vanessa. Shout out to Bucket in the building. Name me a time where black women as a group has ever had a problem giving birth. No matter how many abortions black women have a year, the black man is not endangered due to abortion. The black woman is not endangered due to abortion. With all the abortions black women have a fucking year. These are facts. I don't care what the numbers say. Because guess what? Our numbers are not down. Regardless to all the abortions black women have, the numbers aren't down. Guess who numbers are down? White women. White women. So how is Roe versus Wade a win for black people? How? Biologically, we are the superior race. Why do you think they introduced abortion and contraceptives and all of this shit to black women? Why do you think? We spoke about Margaret Sanger yesterday. And now we know that this whole abortion, Planned Parenthood shit was given to her by white men. That's what we learned on yesterday's show. Make sure you check out yesterday's show. Because see, a lot of y'all around here talk about Margaret Sanger and Planned Parenthood, but y'all didn't even know that she got that from white men. So it is not a female perspective. It has nothing to do with feminine, female, nothing. It is for social reform. That's what it's about. Social reform. You see? That's what we learned yesterday. Sweet says no, but we have a problem with irresponsible black men that like to pump and dump. Don't maybe this will slow some of... No, it wouldn't. No, it would not, Sweets. Because there's gonna be other women that they still gonna fuck. And abortion or alleviating abortion is not going to make men more responsible. I don't know what makes y'all think that. I don't know what makes y'all think that. That's not going to make men more responsible. Better Future says, shout out to you, Better Future. Our numbers are not down because black women were not pushing for divestment in big numbers, and more women were having more kids than they are now. Black women are still having kids. And pushing for divestment don't mean nothing, because all those women in the divestment community, they all got black baby fathers. But shout out to you, Better Future. Just because they sitting there talking that divestment shit, that shit is out of anger. Just like black men sitting up here talking about SYSBM is all out of anger. Because all they baby mamas are black. Most of your SYSBM dudes, they baby mamas are black. From their first children, their baby mamas are black. Cynthia G has a baby by who? Robert Perkins, a dirty dick Pookie. Nyla has a baby by who? A dirty dick Pookie. You want me to keep going? All them women over there got babies by dirty dick Pookies. They all had babies by black men and white men too. They had babies by white Pookies too. So that ain't got nothing to do with it. Black women still having kids. Whether they fucking white men or not, they still having kids by black men. Stop it. They still having kids by black men. And if you having kids, let me say this, Sweets. To the women who had kids by dusty niggas, you need to blow the dust off your ass. Because if you had a baby by a dusty nigga, he left dust on you. So let's go ahead and clear the air with that. Stop all that dusty talk. Stop all the dusty talk. Because last time I checked, most of y'all women like blue collar men. Stop all the dusty talk. because you got dust on your butt cheeks because he left it there. You know, after he pulled out, he left dust on your butt cheeks because he was a dusty nigga. These women in the divestment community had babies by dusty niggas, all of them. That's why they want to divest. It's the same shit with the men. They had babies by hood rats, chicks who was emotionally unstable. So now they think they're going to go to the other side and think that those women over there ain't crazy and retarded too. It's the same shit. It's the same shit on both sides. Yeah, they all have white pookies. They ain't never had no white men with no real money. That's why they back the fucking black men. Come on now. That's why they back the fucking black men. Because they not going to get with them dudes. Them white men with money, they're going to pump and dump them. The white men with real money, you getting pumped and dumped. They're going to treat you like an escort. That's why they back the fucking black men and they're upset. That's why they online talking about they divested. But when they hot at night, they calling Dirty Dick Rodney. They're not calling Matthew, who's an accountant, to come fuck them. They're not. This is why I say we need to mind the business that pay us. Because we get online and we get caught up in bullshit. Shit that don't even matter. Shit that's not even happening in your life. Y'all up here talking about shit that's not even happening in your life. You women ain't up here dealing with no men with nothing. Come on. Stop it. Sweet says, no, I was talking about Miss Cynthia G. I don't have kids. Oh, I don't think you do. I don't think you do, Sweets. King Ra, what's good, King Ra? What's good, Torian? Because Mr. DS1, now they can't run and get an abortion now. So maybe it will slow some of the BS down. No, it won't. It won't. Sorry, but it won't. It won't. And it has nothing to do with black women. It has nothing to do with black women. Nothing at all. Better Future says, I get you, but we do have a future generation buying into the rhetoric. Remember, the whole agenda is to influence the youth growing up. Exactly. So why aren't the men telling the youth that this shit is wrong? Why do we have more men? Why do we have more male content creators doing the same shit that the women are doing? Instead of teaching, you got more black men on here exacerbating the problem and constantly talking about what ain't going on instead of teaching solutions. You see, if we're going to remember that, Better Future, and I totally agree, then the men need to be responsible and do that. See, the men are not doing that. You see what you just said? Most of these men around here are expecting the women to do it. They're expecting the women to be the example of leadership, of stopping shit, of making sure this shit don't go on no more. They want the women to do that when that's a man's job. That's what the men are supposed to do. The men are supposed to tell the youth, this is bullshit, don't follow it. Not the mother. The mother ain't supposed to do that. The father's supposed to do it because the father's actually supposed to teach his woman that the shit she know is bullshit. But most of you dudes can't teach your woman nothing. So how you going to teach the kids? How you going to teach your woman something? How you going to teach your woman to combat white supremacy, to go against white supremacy? How you going to teach your woman that? When you're stuck in a gender war? How you going to teach your kids that this rhetoric is dangerous, but you participating in it? You participating in it. Every day, you got a bunch of black men up here talking about what these black women should be doing instead of telling black men what the fuck we need to be doing. You see? You see? Because see, first, before you a leader of your woman, you got to be a leader of men. And a lot of you dudes never led men nowhere. You never led no men. No men never listened to you. You see? That's why y'all so hell-bent on a woman listening. Because ain't nobody ever followed you, nigga. Nobody. We could tell. That's why you're upset that nobody's following you. That's why you're upset. You see? What up, Auntie? This is the problem. We need to mind the business that pay us as black people. We need to be worrying about the joblessness issue. We need to be worried about that. Black man, we need to be worried about the homelessness issue. All these black men out here sleeping on the street, but niggas up here talking about pussy all day. Niggas up here worrying about pussy. But you got black men right down the street from them sleeping in front of the corner store. Oh, we gonna blame feminism for that too? So we gonna blame feminism for everything. Oh, well, you black men are homeless because of feminism. That's what we gonna do? The constant threat of extinction. Look at all of these NBA players, NFL players getting killed in the hood. The constant threat of extinction. The war that black men have plagued on each other. Why are we not talking about that? If we trying to debunk some rhetoric, all you niggas do is look to find beef with somebody. Mind the business that pay you instead of worrying about somebody else. We got our own shit to clean up, black men. The fuck we talking about Roe versus Wade? Why we worrying about the white woman womb? Huh? I thought the black woman womb need to be fixed. But we worrying about what's going on with these white women wombs, huh? Y'all got some babies up in there or something? Y'all got some babies up in there or something? You niggas are desperate for content. Get the trolls out of here. Get the trolls out. See, today's a troll day because the bozos are listening. Get the trolls out. The bozos are here. I already told y'all they put bots on my channel. So trust and believe the bozos are coming out today because they're not going to like this. Because they want to mind everybody else's business. This is the problem with black men. And the majority of y'all don't even know what we really faced with. Maybe that's why y'all want to worry about everybody else's problems. Because maybe you think black men don't have no problems. But I'm going to tell you what shouldn't be a problem for black men. Y'all want to know what shouldn't be a problem for black men? Put a #1 in the chat. Shout out to my brother Po Boy Films in the building. Salute my brother. Right, standing in front of the liquor store asking for change. And these are young men now, bro. King Shakur, we talking about young men now. We not talking about the 60, 70-year-old drunkards. We got dudes 25 begging for change, holding doors. Y'all want to know what black men shouldn't have a problem with? Black men should never have a problem getting no pussy. That's what black men shouldn't have a problem with. I got 99 problems, but a chick ain't one. Black men should never have a problem getting no pussy. But it seems like that is the biggest problem for black men today, because this is all what y'all talk about. It's all y'all talk about. Pussy, pussy, pussy. Because y'all having a problem with getting some, right? Because you only speak what you're lacking, right? You only complain about what you're lacking in, right? Your problem is pussy. And because you're lacking there, and you're a black man, you shouldn't have a problem getting no pussy. You should. If you have a problem getting pussy, I see why you so depressed. I see why you so angry. I see why you can't focus on the real problem. That's because your balls are heavy. I get it. Your balls heavy. You got a lot weighing you down, right? You got a lot weighing you down. We know. That's why you don't care about the persistent barriers to wealth. That's why you don't talk about that, right? That's why you don't talk about the poor educational support that black boys get. You don't talk about that, though. And I'm not talking about 1 or 2 shows, nigga. I'm talking about every day. I'm talking about this being the crux of your content, nigga. Not you mentioning it, but stay on the course. You niggas think you do 1 or 2 shows. Oh, I talked about that. Yeah, one time. And then you was back to talking about pussy. And then you was back to talking about what black women doing with their pussy. And what they should be doing with it. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Rona. He said, keep cooking. As there are those who promote punani politics and those who put punani in its proper place behind his purpose. Exactly, my brother. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Rona. Thank you, my brother. Self University. Salute, fam. Good to see you, bro. Boogeyman says, basically, these dudes want the women to lead instead of leading themselves. Exactly. Exactly. We are worried about everything except what's plaguing black folk. Instead of what's plaguing black folk, instead of us getting up here talking about what's plaguing black men every day, we want to follow clout. We want to be clout chasers. See, this is why you can't mind the business that pay you. Because your business don't pay you. The business of everyone else pays you because you a clout chaser. And this is what black people get caught up in today, especially here online. We get caught up in clout chasing. That's what we like to do because we don't have nothing to talk about. Why? Because we don't have a purpose. We lost. We're lost. See, if you had content, there'd be no need to clout chase. You won't jump from this narrative to that narrative, to that narrative, to that talking point, to that talking point, because you're doing that because you're a clout chaser. You don't have no content. And this is the rhetoric. This is the rhetoric, brother, that you're speaking on. The brother that left his 2 super chats earlier. This is the rhetoric that we need to be opposed to. Because just like the rhetoric of the divestment group is detrimental to our youth, so is SYSBM. So is being a black pill. So is promoting that black boys don't get with black girls and make families. That is also detrimental. That is also dangerous rhetoric. That is too. What's good, Ebo? That is too. That is too. That is too. And you absolutely right, Ebo. You're absolutely right. But we don't mind the business that pay us. Because the business that pay most of us is clout chasing. Clout chasing. Chasing talking points. People still talk about Kevin Samuels. Still putting Kevin Samuels in their titles. Clout chasing. You're clout chasing. Because you're not worried about the problems that really plague us. You worry about the numbers. You worry about if this live stream gonna hit a certain amount of numbers. Because you don't give a fuck about the problems. You care about capitalizing off of talking about the problems. You're no different from a prosperity preacher. But you niggas will get up here and talk about church, talk about Christianity, talk about pastors, talk about Creflo Dollar, but you doing it in your own way. You a YouTube pastor. Why? Because you're not focused on the real problems that plague black people, especially black men. You don't care about the shit that plague black men. Do you care about the high incarceration rate? No, because you don't talk about the drill rap war. What do you think is funding mass incarceration? The fucking hip hop industry. Oh, but we're not talking about that though. We getting up here talking about who's doing what with their vaginas. This is what we talking about. This is what we talking about. This is what black men are talking about. Why she don't want to have sex with this guy. Why this guy is really the right guy she should have sex with. This is what you niggas are focused on. This is what you're focused on. You're not focused on how they just killed that black man who really created who just created something that could have changed the whole world. So if you see his experiment come out, know why he got killed. See, while you niggas sitting back talking about bullshit, the same shit that's been happening to black men is still happening. Because we won't mind the business that pay us. The business that pays us spiritually. The business that pays us health-wise. The business that pays us family-wise. We're not worried about our business. Our appearance. Our dwelling. We're not worried about that. We worry about what's going on in somebody else's house. We worried about what laws are being made and govern white women. See, because like I proved yesterday, this has nothing to do with us. Nothing at all. T Church says, yeah, bro, keep speaking on it, bro. Keep speaking on it. Keep your foot on their neck. No pun intended. Salute. I appreciate you, T Church. Perfectly imperfect. What's going on? You see? We're not talking about what's really plaguing us. We caught up, we got the vapors. We got the vapors. All y'all do is sit back and watch for a new news story to hit so y'all could try to spin it. That's all y'all do. Y'all wait for a new news thing to pop so y'all can spin it. Well, you know, this is why this and this is why is that. Okay. Okay. Well, let's talk about how black men have to turn around and be re-educated as grown men because of the poor educational support. Let's talk about that. Oh, DS1, that's a system problem. But none of you niggas want to go be teachers, right? Y'all get up here every day. I ain't no teacher. I ain't no role model. But then you get up here and cry because we don't have agency in certain areas because you don't want to do shit. Niggas don't want to be teachers. It's not cool to be a teacher, right? It's not cool. It's not cool, right? To be a teacher. But black men, black boys in particular, deal with poor educational support. But there's no black men stepping up and being teachers. Niggas want to be scholars, but not teachers. That's why I shout out to Dr. Tommy Curry. He's a real one. He really on the front line, battling intellectually. He's fighting a whole hell of a lot of racism and prejudice because he's fighting a real war. He's fighting against poor educational support and the miseducation of black men. This is what Tommy Curry's fighting against. See, that's a war, nigga. Y'all want to sit here and talk about who fucking who? Who? Unvaccinated 85 says you are so right. We need to stop worrying about the world going through what we got to create on our own and create our own worlds. Exactly. 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 Because guess what? That's what the Bible told us to do. That's what the Bible told us to do. Be in the world, not of it. But all y'all brothers do is get up here and talk about and regurgitate worldly shit. This is why black men are still suffering spiritually, because they're not being spiritually fed, because most of you niggas are spiritually dead. You see? See, we our own agency is not just financial, it's not just political, it's not just health-wise, it's spiritual first. Brotherhood is spiritual first. Before we get money. Before we get money, before we get to business, we got to have that connection spiritually. I got to know I could trust telling you certain shit. Before I could put some fucking money in your hand, I got to know that I could trust you with certain shit I tell you. Or you going to go and run your mouth and try to use it against me. You see? We need to mind the business that pay us. The Bible is against abortion. They're against abortion. So there's nothing else to talk about. You see? See, listen. Y'all could sit here and keep making all the excuses and the what ifs and the da-da and the ba-ba and the cha-cha and the ma-ma all y'all want. But it's coming to the point where either you gonna piss or get off the pot. This is what it's coming down to, black people. So you can keep shucking and jiving. Keep shucking and jiving. Keep clout chasing. Think you're going to clout chase your way somewhere. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. What's going on, Bert? Keep doing it. Because, see, reality is going to show you something different. You niggas can get on a computer and front all you want. Reality going to show you what's real. They got something called monkeypox now. You still want to run around here and be free Dick Willie? Huh, black man? You still want to run around here and be sexually irresponsible? They got monkeypox for your nuts now. You want to keep playing? They got monkeypox for you now, boy. Monkeypox. Not just blue waffle. and all other crazy shit you can contract. To all your SYSBM dudes, mind the business that pay you. You need to worry about your people, man. All that thinking you're going to run somewhere, you're going to run somewhere and catch black herpes. And if you think I'm lying, go and look it up. If you think I'm exaggerating, go and look it up. Black herpes. This is the kind of diseases that's overseas for your niggas who want to go overseas and be sexually, be a sexual maniac. You think you're gonna run overseas and get yourself out the dirt? Because over here in America, you know, you got a cactus. So you think you're gonna go overseas and drain all the water out? No, you're gonna catch black herpes. My brother just sent me an article yesterday with a dude who had sex with a Cambodian woman and caught super gonorrhea. Super gonorrhea. See, we need to mind the business that pay us. Black men, we suffer from poor health conditions. Not just because we eat bad, not just because we don't exercise, but because of the shit we listen to, the people we around, and the fact that we're not sexually responsible. I spoke about this a long time ago. We love having raw sex. All men do. All men do. All of us. These are facts. But black men, SYSBM, right? You ever heard of black herpes? Ever heard of super gonorrhea? It's over there. Right where you at. It's there. It's there. Johnson be looking like a Rice Krispie treat. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You'll have gravel. You have a whole, you have gravel around your joint. These are real diseases. Yes. Super gonorrhea. Yes. Yes. We better start minding the business that pay us. This is what we need to be worried about, black men. The lack of black male agency. This is why I get up here every day and tell brothers it's about brotherhood. The lack of black male agency. You know what's after the lack of black male agency? Poor health conditions. Poor health conditions. And we're not just talking about diabetes, cancer, and all of those things. Because see, a lot of those things black men suffer from too, because a lot of it is hereditary. But we don't talk about all these black men out here with STDs. There's some black men out here with incurable STDs. See, we're not talking about that. That's poor health conditions. It's poor health conditions. We're not talking about the poor educational support. We're not talking about the constant or the persistent barriers to wealth. We're not talking about fatherlessness. See, this is why y'all don't want to speak on leadership. This is why there's a lack of fathers in the community, because there's a lack of leadership. Fatherlessness is a problem. And y'all dudes are running around telling black men, don't even be fathers. What type of rhetoric is that for our children? What type of rhetoric is that for our children to hear, to be exposed to? So you raising your son to tell him to never have a family? That's what you telling your sons? That's what you telling your nephews and your cousins? Oh, you don't need no family. You ain't got to have no family. You ain't got to take care of nobody. You ain't got to do this and that. You sound like a woman. You men that are running around saying that, you sound like women. Women are selfish in that way. Women are. You know why? Because that's their nature. It's in their nature. You see? Why you think when the man don't want the kid, but the woman want the kid, they keep the kid? Because it's what she want. It's what she want. You see? Boogeyman says, like I said in another video, you did that these dudes, like I said in another video you did, that these dudes just want to complain about women for clout and fame. And when it comes time to lead, these dudes don't want to lead because they're in it for clout. This is what's being exposed, Boogeyman. All these dudes are exposing themselves at this point. They're exposing themselves. All these dudes. All these dudes who act like they had a problem with Kevin Samuels, now they're embodying the Kevin Samuels spirit. By getting up here, marginalizing black women every day. Telling black women what they're not. Telling black men what black women would never be. Y'all sat here and talk. I've heard some of you niggas say Kevin Samuels was a demon. I've heard multiple of y'all say this. And now y'all are doing the same shit. Y'all are just picking up where Kevin Samuels left off. You're picking up where the white supremacists left off. Yeah, I said it. Because if you're anti-black family, you're a white supremacist. That's what you are. You're anti-black family. You haven't got that white man out your head. You see? You still think that that white man is superior to you. That's why you must follow and see too that his agenda is established. Black man. Because in your mind, you're still beneath him. That's why you don't feel strong enough and intelligent enough to lead with your brothers. You see? You see? Because he's still all in your head, giving you directions and telling you what to do. And telling you where to be and how to be. And telling you what to think. Shout out to my brother Rob. He said, bottom line, what is best for the children? What is best for the children is the truth. The truth, brother Rob. You know that. You are OG. You know it. You teach black babies every day. And I've always saluted you for that, my brother. And I always will. And you know what they need? You give them what they need, brother Rob. I saw it in your videos, my brother. You give black children what they need. The goddamn truth about who they are and the world that they're in. They need the truth about it all. They need to know that all of this shit is bullshit. That's what you tell them. You tell them that they're dealing with a stolen legacy. And then you show them the real one. That's what you do, brother Rob. And I respect you, my brother. You a teacher. You fighting a war. And you doing it in Chicago. You a legend, my brother. You a legend in my eyes. To me. You a hero. To me. You doing what these niggas scared to do. That's come in contact with black youth every day. In a war zone. You're in a war zone teaching these black kids how to think. You a legend, my brother. I love you, bro. Be safe out there, man. You're doing God's work. That's what black men need to be focused on. Doing what God instructed us to do. God instructed us to teach and to lead, nigga. Not worry about no pussy, especially no pussy that don't belong to us. Y'all dudes be sitting around worry about what women are doing with their vaginas that y'all not even with. Why you worry about what the city girls doing with their little hot boxes? Huh, y'all laying up with them? Brother Rob said, heal before we build. I use it all the time. Salute, my brother. Salute. I appreciate you. Y'all worrying about women that don't even belong to y'all. If you're following the word of God, you should be worrying about the women that's in your house. You need to be worrying about them women. Oh, y'all don't have that. So that's why y'all worrying about sitting around talking about what all these women doing. Because you don't have a woman. Get you a woman, bro. Maybe you'll stop talking about women when you have one. Then you can deal with her issues. You see? See, get you a woman first and then start talking about feminism. See if your woman's a feminist. See if your woman's a gynocrat. The woman you're laying up with. Because see, a lot of y'all be doing all of this. But then when the facts come out, it shows that you actually like the women you always complain about. Yes, everybody in the chat, I appreciate y'all. Salute to my brother Rob, man. Salute to that brother. He fighting the war. He in Chicago teaching kids, man. He doing what black men supposed to do. He's a revolutionary. He's doing the work. Not up here talking about who want to lay up in some vagina. Not sitting up here talking, well, what Carisha did, what Carisha said. Shut your goofy ass up. You a grown ass man sitting up here worrying about what these chicks doing in the street because you ain't got no business of your own. Mind the business that pay you. What Carisha doing in the street ain't got nothing to do with you. What Megan doing ain't got nothing to do with you. Is that going to help you become a better brother? Is that going to help you become a better man? Is that going to help you get in shape? Is that going to help you get in mental shape? Is that going to help you get your bread right? Huh? Is that going to teach you any more skills that you need to know? No, nigga. So fuck Megan Thee Stallion. And fuck Roe versus Wade. I said it. You don't like it? Fuck Roe versus Wade, because they ain't got nothing to do with us. I mind's the business that pay me. I worry about my people. I worry about the conditions of my folks, because that's what every other man do in every other group. You don't hear white men getting up here talking about Megan busting her pussy open. Why you don't hear white boys doing that? Why ain't none of the white men up here talking about thought culture, nigga? They ain't up here worried about what black women doing, how they shaking their ass in the street and dancing in the middle of the club. You don't hear white men doing it. You don't hear white men doing it. Because they worried about their own women. They worried about their own business. Nigga, that's why they just stopped their women from getting abortions. That's why. Because that's their business. Those are their women. They make laws for their women. You can't abort our kids no more. Because the majority of y'all can't have our kids no more. So it's time to stop. You see? Mind the business that pay you, black man, black woman. It's time for black people to go back to minding their goddamn business like your great-great-grandmama used to tell you, boy. Mind your business. Get out them people's face. Get out them people's mouth. Mind your business. Don't speak on what go on in this house. Don't be going outside running your goddamn mouth. You see? Bunch of chatty patty, messy, clout chasing niggas. That's what black people have become. All we do is get online, clout chase, do shit for likes, take pictures the same way. And guess who getting paid off for all this shit? The same motherfuckers we turn around and complain about. The same motherfuckers who will turn around and won't hire you. That's who get paid for your likes, nigga. Not you. Not you. You don't get paid for your pictures. When you post your pictures and it got 300 likes, nigga, you don't get nothing for that. But you're hell bent on doing it, right? Why do you think half these people who run these corporations, they don't even entertain the shit? Because they built it for silly niggas. That's what they built it for. Right, worry about your field. Worry about what you do. Worry about executing at what you're good at. You worry about everybody else. You worry about what everybody else won't do and should be doing. What you should be doing. What you should be doing. What you should be doing is teaching black men what you claim you good at. That's what you won't do. That's what you won't do. If you're good at being physically fit, why don't you teach fitness? I'll buy your fitness book. I'll buy your fitness course. My big ass need to get in shape, right? So why don't you make a fitness course and teach black men something? Instead of teaching them how to be miserable because they dick's dry. Teach them how to get in shape. Teach them how to eat right. Write a book. You ain't even got to write a book. Y'all can put together a series of internet videos teaching men, showing us beginner workouts. Teach men something. Teach them something instead of running your mouth like a broad. When people come here, they learn something. That's why men come here, because they learn something. They learn something. They're not here for word salad and feel good stuff. And then when they go out in the world and can't get a woman, they back to being mad at themselves. Even though you just made them feel better for being black pill and lame. Then when they go outside, hey, miss, how you doing? And she keep walking. Man, I hate this. And then they got to come back here and get fueled up again. Shout out to Miss Letitia. Appreciate you, love. She says, preach, love. Preach. Love, it is why I support you so hard. I appreciate you, Letitia. Much love to you, sweetheart. You already know. Brother Rob says, if you are familiar with the history of Roe versus Wade, it was built on negative propaganda of black men. We must wake up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Brother Rob, a lot of people don't even know that the whole abortion and Planned Parenthood thing was white men was behind it. They just used Margaret Sanger as a face. We spoke on that. We showed and proved that yesterday, Brother Rob. Shout out to Hill Zen. Appreciate you, family. Much love, man. I appreciate your support as always. Hard Talk Radio says, I disagree. Roe versus Wade is black people business. How? How? When it wasn't even intended for black people. How? Explain, Hard Talk Radio. Seven Holiday was good. A lot of males have feminine spirits. Explain it, Hard Talk Radio. How? Explain how. See, y'all be forgetting history. Y'all forgot that they made laws only for white people, right? Before they included us. I think y'all forgot that. I think y'all forgot that. I think a lot of y'all forgot that. I think y'all forgot that. Yeah, I want him to explain too, Sweets. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Shout out to everybody in the building. If you're enjoying today's show, you would like to donate, just simply hit the super chat. No Cash App donations. I know the Cash App might be in the description box. My Cash App has been compromised. If you would like to donate, just hit the super chat. Shout out to everybody, man. What's good, GQ? Appreciate it. Brother Rob says Roe v. Wade is a political battle between evangelicals and feminists. Both groups have a point. We are pawns in the game. Thank you. Thank you. See, they used black women because the guys who Margaret Sanger looked up to, who I spoke on yesterday, those guys, which are a group of Anglo-Saxons and homosexuals, right? These guys were about social reform. So this is how they got black women to agree. This will help us socially. This is us taking control of us being women and men not controlling us no more and men not be able to do this and do that. That's how they sold it to black women. The guys who were behind it were about social reform. Black women didn't know that. Like you said, Brother Rob, it's a political battle that has nothing to do with us. Margaret Sanger was about eugenics. Yes, she was. What do you think abortion is about? What do you think abortion creates? Eugenics. Abortion is a tool of eugenics. Hard Talk Radio. And she wasn't just about eugenics. Go and look her up. She was a nurse and she also was a writer. Stop regurgitating what you hear other guys say. Go and do the reading for yourself. She was not just about eugenics. No, she was not. She wasn't. She was a nurse also. See, you got to understand how these people get to these conclusions. How do they come up with these theories and all of these things? Sweet says, no, I didn't mean I don't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I mean, I don't. I was just thinking about our situation, but I know I hear both sides. You're right, Mr. DS1. No doubt, Sweets. No doubt. See, over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, we want you to make an informed decision. That's all we want. That's all we want to start doing as black folks. That's all we want to do. Hard Talk Radio says Margaret Sanger was about seeing blacks as undesirables. It was bigger than that. It was bigger than that. Better Future says, at Akuma, does it matter which are easy to do if both are detrimental to the community? Oh, you talking to Akuma, okay. Letitia says, fact, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. My grandmother told me that. Yeah, come on. Come on. This is nothing like, what are we doing out here, man? We got to mind the business that pay us. You see? And see, these white men, what they realized was they fucked up by allowing this abortion shit, because what it did was it backfired on them. And now the way that they clean it up is by overturning Roe versus Wade. See, because once they got black women to get involved, they're like, oh, okay, now we can use this as a tool for white genetic survival. You see? And how they sold black women and hid the fact that it was about white genetic survival was by promoting it to them by way of social reform. If you show them, if we show men that we control our bodies, then we could get better jobs. They can't suppress us doing this. They can't suppress us doing that. Social reform. And it backfired because they thought that more black women will get more abortions and that will lower our birth rate, and it didn't. It actually lowered white women's birth. So now, because white men understand that men in general have 4 parts of their nature, which is a provider, which is a protector, which is a problem solver, and a procreator. So the white man said, okay, this is a problem for the procreation process. So we gotta fix this problem. See, that's what the white man doing. He fixed the problem, niggas. A white man don't have a problem being a stepdaddy, because they're about fixing problems. See? That's why they fixed it all the way up at the top. You know why? Because they people are there. You see? Because they worried about the business that pays them. And when the business that pays them begins to fuck up, they got to come and fix it. You see? How can white supremacy continue if there's no goddamn white men? You see why they have to fix this biological curse that they put on themselves, trying to curse black folk. It backfired. See, that's because they playing with God's people. That's why it backfired on them. Now y'all got the lowest birth rate because you tried to wipe out a whole goddamn race of people with y'all wicked asses. That's what y'all tried to do. And it backfired. You know why? Because black people pray. Black people pray. See what's happening? You see what's happening? And I read yesterday, Margaret Sanger hated the Bible. Margaret Sanger hated the Bible. You see? Because in the Bible, it tells black people to do what? Be fruitful and multiply. Have children. Have families. Have extended families. You see? That's why she hated the Bible. Because she knew that that Bible wasn't talking to her. She knew that. These people are anti-God. But it seemed like we forgot that because we won't mind the business that pay us. We won't mind our own goddamn business. We will not mind our own goddamn business when that's all we have to do. God said, if you do what I say, you're good. No, you want to do what SYSBM say and go catch black herpes and super gonorrhea. See that you want to go do that because you don't want to have kids You don't want to get married. You don't want to do what God told you. Black man, we forgot we God's people. Black man, we come from God, nigga. You forgot? So why don't you act like it? Why you saying the stupid shit you saying out your mouth if you know that? Why you saying what you saying? How you know we come from God, but you saying you black pill? Black pillars don't believe in God. They don't believe in shit. We need to mind the business that pay us. Now, listen to this. Hard Talk Radio says nobody put. Listen to this. This is the problem. Nobody put a gun to black women's heads to get abortions. You see, bro. You a grown man, bro. You should not be speaking like that, bro. You a grown ass man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? When we know goddamn well that the majority of these women who go get abortions, they do it because the nigga incentivizes it. See, if you're not a man who ever got your baby terminated by a woman, which I know brothers who that really happened to and who's really hurt behind that shit. Stop saying stupid shit like that. I guarantee. Did you ever have a woman abort your baby? Hard Talk Radio. I'm tired of y'all dudes coming in here talking this dumb shit. Did you ever have a woman terminate your child? Or are you repeating what happened to somebody else? As if that's just status quo because of what you heard happened to somebody else. Bert says, I have. Now, you didn't put a gun to that woman's head to go abort your baby. Right, Bert? Now, with that happening to you, do you think that the next woman that you want to have a baby with, if you choose to have another baby, do you think she's going to do that too? I know it crushed you, bro. It happened to my brother. Look, my bro put it in the chat. He said, I had my twins terminated and was told on Christmas, 2006. See, I know men who that really happened to. Y'all be in here just running y'all mouth. My brother is not running around here saying, well, because that happened to me, you know, I don't think no black woman will have my kids. Did he put a gun to her head? No, she chose to kill that baby. That's the price we pay for doing it raw. What are you talking about, bro? Bro, I need you to elevate your conversation, bro. I don't like to read statements from grown men that sound like I'm reading from a ninth grader. I need you to elevate your thoughts, bro. We having a real conversation. You're making moot points. You're making moot points. Because the brother Bert just said out his mouth that he don't now hold that against all black women. He don't now want to go and procreate with other women outside of black women because of what that woman did to him. So your points are moot. You're making a moot point. Because that shit is part of life. And real men understand that. They don't live up under, oh, well, she did that to me. How could she do it? She's evil. And they live like that for the rest of their life Men don't live like that. 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 And by men running around here behaving like that, that is a bad example. That is a poor representation of black men. The book of Romans says she terminated them because she wanted to thot it out, keep drinking and remaining irresponsible. You see? Brother Rob said, I'm really tired of you shock jocks. Brother Rob said, I love my wife for having my 2 sons. I couldn't imagine going through that. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, that's foul, Mr. E. That's some foul shit, man. That's some foul shit. Mr. Boogeyman says it's not cool to be a leader, but it's cool to be a dysfunctional backwoods ninja. Shaking my head. These dudes are lost. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. These dudes want to argue against male leadership, but then be in favor for being a dysfunctional nigga. That's crazy, right, bro? That's crazy. You dudes are actually come in here and argue against what I'm saying as if I'm saying something wrong. Y'all are trying to find any reason not to lead, but want me as a man to hold you up in your dysfunction because you a black man like me. Kick rocks, nigga. Barefooted. I'm not holding none of you niggas up and none of the fuck shit that you participate in. You know why? Because my brothers don't hold me up in no bullshit and I don't hold myself up in it. I don't hold myself up in fuck shit. If I do some bullshit, I admit it. I don't hold myself up in it. I don't try to, bask in the glory of being a fuck nigga. That's what y'all want, though. And y'all mad at me because I'm not promoting that to other men. Hey, it's okay to be a fuck boy. It's okay to be a fuck boy. It's okay to be a jellyback. It's okay, because these women made it this way, because if women wanted strong men, we'll be strong. You okay? You okay? Vanessa Wells says, but when women have abortions because men don't want the baby and won't help, they're told to choose better. Exactly. Exactly. And most of these dudes that get up here and talk about abortion and shit, a lot of them niggas done paid for multiple abortions. If you done paid for how many abortions you paid for Hard Talk Radio? Have you ever paid for an abortion? While you up here acting like you anti-abortion, have you paid for one? Because most of you dudes, you done paid for abortions. You done paid for them. So if you pay for the abortion, you're not just as responsible as the woman who getting the baby snatched out of her, right? This is bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah, they out of touch with reality. Jellybacks. Jellybacks, Toya. Not a jelly bat. A jellyback. Reckless, provocative, tough typing Tony face ass. Right. Right. Yes, backs, jelly backs. Mr. E says homie got a tab at the abortion clinic. He probably do. I bet you he ain't gonna answer that question. Were you at Hard Talk Radio? How many abortions you paid for, bro? You ever paid for an abortion? You ever paid for the murder of a baby? Huh? I'm gonna put it in the way that y'all like to put it to these black women. Have you ever paid for the murder of a black baby? Huh, Hard Talk Radio? Don't get quiet now. Don't get quiet now. Don't get quiet. Let's have the conversation. Have you ever paid for an abortion? Have you ever paid for the murder of a black baby? Have you? My brother, the Book of Rona, says never paid for one yet. Never paid for one yet. Have seen condoms intentionally sabotaged with the intent upon making me liable. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Brother Rob said you got to go back to dropping a link on these dudes. Nah, because they want to troll. See, if I drop the link, one of these dudes will come up here and do some shit to get my stream stopped. That's what these dudes are doing. I already got bots on the channel, Brother Rob. After I'm finished this live, I'll probably have about 10 bot comments in the comment section. All bots. Mr. E says, and mods don't block him, so he can't use that excuse. Facts. The mods already know, Mr. E. The mods already know. They know how we give it up here. They already know. I'm not dropping the link, Bert. I'm not dropping the link. I'm waiting for him to answer the question. I'm waiting for him to answer the question. Have he paid for the murder of a black baby? Sweet says, what's up with black men in this obsession with things that's bouncing? What you mean by that, Sweets? What you mean by that? Toya says, I never thought it'd be a flex to say I've never had one. It's a major flex. That's a major flex. L'Oreal says, I told y'all they keeping tabs on you. I told you they keeping tabs on you. Hey, man, you did say that. You did tell me that. You told me that in the comment section a while ago, L'Oreal. I remember. I average 2 to 5 bot comments on my channel, so we know. Facts, bro. Facts. Facts. Vanessa says, I have 5 children, gave birth to 6, and still having pregnancy scares. I don't believe in abortion for myself personally, but I think it's personal choice. Shout out to you, Miss Vanessa. Shout out to you for having all those beautiful kids, pushing all them children out. You got black men on here trying to make childbirth an ugly thing now. Now giving birth to black children ain't beautiful no more. Black children are not beautiful no more. None of that shit to you black men. Everything is a bill. Everything is an expense. Everything's a finance. That's why you hate life. Because you look at it wrong. Sweet says, like, they like things like, stop it. Stop it, Sweets. Don't start trolling me. Don't start trolling me. That's a troll. That's a troll question. You know why. You must got one of them things that bounce, behind you. You must got one of those bouncy things that's behind you. Don't start trolling me, sweets. I see you, girl. Bob says, I'm for all men being independent thinkers and making the best choice for themselves. If that's being a stepdaddy or a free agent. Facts. Facts. But if you're going to be a free agent, because we got brothers who promote the free agent lifestyle. You can't be a free agent and then promote SBE. You cannot be shaming, blaming, and explaining the shit that women do if you're a free agent, because you're a free agent, so you shouldn't care. You shouldn't care about women's dating choices and mating choices. You're a free agent. You see? This is what I want to stop, Bob. I want the hypocrisy from black men to stop. Because this is why black men are fleeing from leadership, because they know that they don't have no good intentions. They're fraudulent. Like Brother Rob said earlier, these niggas are shock jocks. They don't care about nothing. They care about the check. So if you're going to be a free agent, you can't be up here shaming women for what they do with their vaginas, because you shouldn't care. You know why? Because you ain't marrying none of them. You not having no children by them. So what you talking about? Oh, you just up here clout chasing, trying to get money, talking shit about black women. That's a problem. That's a problem. There's a lot of young men who listen to these guys who promote this bullshit. Sweet says they're obsessed with things that bounce. And so are you. Okay? And so are you, okay? So are you, Sweets. Cut it out. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan, again. He said, whoever sent bots to our channels can literally download Chico's nuts in their jaws. Exactly. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And I'm going to leave that there because we know the person who sent the bots to our channels is watching. Free Zone Lou, what's good? We'll talk about that another time, Letitia. We'll discuss what bots are. Mr. E said, right, and breastfeeding is always beautiful. I'd rather see a bouncy titty feeding a baby than a bottle. Exactly. Exactly. But now we got a bunch of men who don't even encourage breastfeeding, because you got a bunch of illiterate niggas running around, because we've made dysfunction be cool. Like the brother Boogeyman said earlier. Leadership, all of that shit is frowned upon by black men. What we made cool is being dysfunctional. Minding other people's business instead of the business that pays us. See, when you worry about your business and what you got going on, guess what? You ain't got time to be worried about Roe versus Wade. Because that don't stop black men from getting killed, black men from going to jail. That's not stopping these young black girls from getting kidnapped and sent into human trafficking. That's not stopping these young black boys from pimping and wanting to be pimps. All you niggas come up here and think you're a pimp till you get exposed for being a trick and a simp. You see, we need to stop all of this shit. We need to stop making dysfunction cool. Pimping, hoeing, this, that. We got to stop making it cool. And it got to stop with us, the men. What you mean you a pimp? Shut that shit up, little dude. You know what pimps do, little homie? See, but you got to be able to explain it to them. It ain't cool to be a pimp, little homie, because if you ain't got no hoes, guess who's the hoe? You! If you ain't got no women to sell their ass, guess who got to sell their ass, young fella? You. So you don't want to be no pimp, because you're going to have to sell your ass at some point. Do you like to sell your ass, brother man? No, no, sir. Then stay away from pimping, because that's what pimps do. That's what pimps do. Pimps go out and get on the track when them hoes ain't got no money. You see? That's why you don't want to be no pimp. That's why you don't want to be no pimp. You see? We got to be able to teach that, though. And he got to hear this from men who are not pimping. You see? Men who are not promoting pimping. You see? You see? Mr. KS went over the rainbow. Daniel Dorville, what's good? Oh yeah, I've always been pro public breastfeeding. Me too, Mr. E. Always. Brother Rob says first they were saying she having kids with Pookie and Ray Ray. Now they happy Roe versus Wade is overturned. Can't have it both ways. Thank you. Y'all are policing the vagina. Thank you. How Obsidian said, y'all? Thank you. Thank you. First it was Pookie and Ray Ray, and they giving birth to bastard babies. Now it's been overturned. First, they needed to know how to pick better, right, Brother Rob? They need to pick better. They need to pick better. Come on, y'all. Come on now. Come on. Stop. Stop it. DC says, I breasted my son till he weaned himself. Hey. And you know why black women would always breastfeed their children? Because of what? The health benefits. The health benefits. The health benefits. But see, a lot of you dudes don't want to mind the business that pays you. You see? One content creator said these women will start to choose educated lames. They've been started choosing them. That's nothing new. That's nothing new. These dudes be getting up here talking about shit because they don't know shit. Educated lames been getting chose. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Most women, when they get out of high school, they leave the funky popular niggas alone. You know the funky niggas, they used to come to school with their shirts off, smelling like outside, but they always wearing wife beaters and they popular and everybody know them. Women leave them kind of dudes alone after high school. They leave them dudes alone. They go to college, and that's when they get a taste of the educated lane. That's when they get a taste of the educated lane. It's just that a lot of them don't stay with them. A lot of them don't stay with them. Sweet says, can we talk about God next time? Mr. DS1, please. Not too much, sweets. I don't like to offend my audience, you know, because we have different religious backgrounds. I'm not trying to offend nobody, you know. So you may hear me mention it, but I'm not gonna go too deep into it. If you want to hear some more of that type of content, go to the playlist section and check out the playlist. Black men suffer from spiritual warfare. Go and check out that that playlist, excuse me. Shout out to Wacky. Wacky said, I remember Obsidian made a video titled Black Women Need to Have Sex with Competent Black Men. In that video, he seemed as if he was begging Pookie loving females to choose better. Thank you. Why should they choose better if y'all not gonna stay with them? Why should they choose better if we ain't gonna marry them? We not gonna protect them. We not gonna provide for them. So what they need to choose better for? Oh, they need to choose you because your meat in the dirt. I'm shitting. So she need to choose you. It's not that she need to choose better. She need to choose you because somehow yours is better because it ain't been used up. That's a feminine ass talking point. Somehow she need to choose you because your penis ain't been used as much. So she'll enjoy her experience. I'm shitting. You dudes are disgusting. You dudes are disgusting and you're embarrassing. And embarrassing. You need to mind the business that pay you. This is what black men, you know what black men need to be worrying about? The lack of black male agency, poor educational support, the persistent barriers to wealth, the lack of educational support, the fatherlessness issue, the homelessness issue, the constant threat of extinction, poor health conditions. This is what we need to be worried about. This is the stuff we need to be worried about. The joblessness issue. This is the shit we need to be worried about. Let's mind the business that pay us. Black women, if you're worried about black men, if you care about black men, stop comparing us to white men. Worry about the business that pay you. What a white man do with his dick and his woman don't concern you, and it don't pay your bills. It ain't gonna help your lineage continue. So what you worrying about it for? Mind the business that pay you. Mind the business that pay you. Okay? Abortion is not a get out of jail free card. Okay? Okay, you had a baby by a fucked up dude. So you run and get an abortion? No. No, that's not what you do. You take care of that baby. That's what you do. You know why? Because just like it was just as much as his fault for him leaving you, it was just as much as your fault. Because just like a man has a vetting process, so does a woman. So does a woman. Okay? Because y'all like to use abortion to be void of responsibility. Black men and black women do it. Because the black women say, well, I'm going to go get an abortion because this nigga left me and I shouldn't have to raise no baby by myself. Granted, I agree with that and I respect that. And then the men turn around and say, well, you need to get an abortion because I ain't ready to be a father. Then y'all both are in the wrong because number one, if you knew you wasn't ready to be a father, you shouldn't have took the condom off, nigga. And number two, black woman, if you couldn't tell that this nigga was irresponsible, then you shouldn't have never let him take the condom off and bust up in you. You see? Because you knew he was irresponsible already. You knew. You knew. This nigga don't even brush his teeth every day, but you had a baby by him. This is the shit I'm talking about. And I ain't sitting here trying to bomb on you ladies, but the truth is the truth. Y'all out here having babies with niggas who don't even brush their teeth, but you expect him to take care of his child. He don't even brush his teeth. Nigga don't even brush his teeth every day. These niggas be sitting up here on camera with goddamn copper in their mouth. This man ain't responsible enough to keep his ass clean. You think he gonna be responsible enough to raise a child? You crazy, bro. He said you just made me lick my teeth. Niggas be out here with enough butter to put on a goddamn piece of toast. Teeth so goddamn yellow. Why you had a baby by that muck mouth nigga? Now you're online crying, oh, I gotta do this by myself. Yeah, that nigga ain't brush his teeth. You remember? You remember you used to have to tell him to brush his teeth every day? You remember? He wasn't even responsible of keeping his ass clean. I heard a nigga on the panel say he only cleaned his ass twice a week. This is a man you should not have children by, ladies. When you hear grown men say he only washes his ass twice a week, this man got on a panel full of women, a black man, got on a panel full of women and openly said, I only wash my ass twice a week. Ladies, you shouldn't be having sex with these kind of men. This man said out his mouth. Yes, he did, Bronze Dip. Yes, he did. He said it out his goddamn mouth. I only wash my ass twice a week because that's enough. That's what he said. A grown man. He said that's enough. You shouldn't be letting no man like that impregnate you. And ladies, don't tell me you didn't know the nigga was dirty. Yes, you did, because you give him head, you lay up when he butt ass naked and everything. You know the nigga stink. You know he got a stench to him. You know he walk around with dirty clothes. You know he ain't got enough pair of socks. But these is the niggas you want to have kids by. You see, so it go both ways. Mind the business that pay you. Stop worrying about what these white women do. Oh yeah, you know it, Bert. You know it. No doubt, sweets. I appreciate you, love. I appreciate your support. No doubt. Come on. Come on. You know, Letitia. We done had this conversation. You know, Letitia. No goddamn way you should be having kids by this nigga and he smell like sauerkraut. No way. And then you expect him to take care of his baby? Huh? You expect him to get off his ass and go and work and have some work ethic and have a purpose? He don't even wash his ass. What you mean get off your ass and work? He won't get off his ass and go to the shower. And you knew that because he used to live with you. He used to lay up in your bed, smelling like cat litter. Right, smelling like pork fried rice. With the bean sprouts. With the bean sprouts. But this who you decide to let bust up in you. And you expected him to change? He wouldn't even change his drawers. He wouldn't even change his goddamn socks. But you expect him to change and mature and become a man. Please. You're fooling yourself. It's time to start minding our own goddamn business, black people. We got our own goddamn problems. We got enough problems that we up here with our problems. Our heads is sticking out. Black people have been surviving. Black people have been surviving because we worry about everybody else. You see? Mind the business that pay you. Roe versus Wade ain't your business. Roe versus Wade is not our business. Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Shout out to everybody in the building. Salute to all the visionaries. I appreciate everyone for pulling up to today's show. You enjoyed today's show, just easily hit the super chat and show your support. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who hit the super chat. Shout out to everyone for being here. Most importantly, I appreciate y'all being here. Hit the like button if y'all haven't yet. Hit that share button if y'all haven't yet. Share it on your community tabs, your Discord service, Facebook, Instagram. Share today's show. Share today's show. Shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Of course, I'm your host, DS1 Ross, and you have just tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to all the visionaries. Shout out to everyone for holding down the chat room. Shout out to the ladies for holding down the Chizat. Shout out to all my bros always coming through, showing love and giving your brother that agency that we all need. Yeah, no Cash App, Letitia. Just super chat. My Cash App was hacked. They hacked my Cash App, love. They hacked my Cash App. Trying to get my bread back now. After yesterday's show. Actually, after yesterday's show. So whoever the hacker is, they watch my channel. Because after the show, they just start hitting my shit. So, shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all. Salute to everybody. I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate all of the support. Shout out to everybody. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And of course, we will be back here tomorrow. Same channel, same time. That's 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And as we always say, brothers, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. Let's start minding the business that pay us on all levels. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.